now. That Be Excellent mask.
Contaminated with what?
I don't want the mask. I don't wear a mask. I'm an anti-masker.
I want the mask.
Is there such thing as an anti? You guys act like cloths doesn't even wash.
I know.
Anyways, unboxing. Be excellent. Welcome to another episode of Binge Watch, as Nancy's the only one that's not in theme, as we could see her living room.
I know. You like
How
my
did you get your background?
Me?
Yeah.
You can download Zoom backgrounds on BillAndTed3.com.
Oh.
Really?
Wow, that's a nice plug. Thank you very much, Jake.
Well, you got one. You got a nice one. How'd you do that?
They sent that to me. Bill and Ted from the future. You like this baseball cap, though?
Luke, Luke, Gig, I was ready to drive to Fresno and pick up that merchandise. How come you're wearing it? I thought we had a deal.
What, you act like you can't even wash it.
Who
What
said
does
that?
US stand for?
I don't wash it. Nancy will wash it.
You guys saw the movie.
Wait, what's that? WZ?
WS.
Yes.
What?
Wild Stallions.
Ah.
You know what's actually strange? Because of the other person at LRM, Manny, he got the same package, but he got a white baseball cap. And his
the black one.
it says Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Is this what you're talking about, the sweatshirt?
You got a sweatshirt too?
And
Damn, that's awesome.
and it has the tour dates.
Really? Oh, I can't see it. Oh,
Very cool. Stop rubbing it in, Gig.
Gosh. And then supermarket bag.
Some people might call it a vinyl record bag.
Is that what it is? Who collects vinyl records?
A lot of people.
I have some.
I have a vinyl player, Nancy.
I don't have a vinyl player, but I want one.
And this is obviously a child-proof poster tube.
Child-proof. Gig-proof.
It's a gig-proof poster tube. Well, anyways, hey, welcome to another episode of Binge Watch, as Gig shows off the crap he got that he's going to throw away tomorrow.
No.
How dare you?
What do you mean?
You mean you're throwing away to Jake?
Is that how it works? Jake was about to drive up here just to get free Bill and Ted swag. And by the way, on the record, 2 out of 3 of us covered the press junket. Do you know which one did not? The one that's wearing all the swag.
Yeah. What's up with that?
You are covering the press junket.
And he covered the press junket.
You said you're writing the article today.
I am writing the article today. Okay, and this is a special edition poster of Bill and Ted nude. Oh, no. Oh, this is just a regular poster. Boy, that was anticlimactic. Anyways, we are here to do, what, non-spoiler, spoiler review? Which do you guys prefer?
I don't know, but Nancy not having a Bill and Ted background it's really bothering me. I think she should change it.
I could change mine back. Gosh.
Well, I don't know.
Nancy, are you a team player? Are you a wild stallion or not?
I am, but very wild styling. But anyway,
Wild
I don't know. I don't have a background.
Is that
Very
what
wild
you said?
stallion.
You just said wild styling. Okay, well, anyways, 2 out of 3 of us actually saw the movie, so one of us did not, and one of us is actually wearing all the swag and does not deserve it because he did not see the movie. nor did any of the interviews and such. So anyways, so for you guys,
Big, have you seen the first two Bill and Ted movies?
yeah, a long time ago, back in the 60s.
Yeah.
The 60s.
When did that movie came out? Like 92?
89 and then 91, I think.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I remember the first one, and the second one was the one that introduced Death, right?
That's
Because
right.
Death wasn't in the first one. Wait, was
Yep.
it played by the same guy?
Yeah, William Sadler. It was originally called Bill and Ted Go to Hell, and then they changed it to Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Oh, see, that's a better title. No? Well, let's start it off with this review. Spoiler, non-spoiler, we're just warning you, things may actually slip. So let's get the first impressions of, what is this? Bill and Ted Face the Music. So which one of you guys want to start?
No, the Bill and Ted fan.
All right, I'm a huge Bill and Ted fan. Saw Bogus Journey in the theater. Loved the first one.
Mm-hmm.
This one was very cool. I just love how Keanu and Alex are back together. Think they might have waited a little too long, 30 years, 29 years since the last one. But I'm glad that they made it.
Wow. Okay. Well, don't be too enthusiastic about it. What's your impression?
Okay, you know what? I had high hopes for this. I wanted to like it so much. Everyone was great. Alex Winter was great. Solid performance. Great acting. Stepped right back into character. Death was great. He stole the show again. Looked great in the makeup and the cloak. He was born to do that role. The children, they're a little generic, kind of playing young Bill and Ted. Just like, whoa, dude, excellent. I don't know. It could have been great. I was kind of disappointed in Keanu's role. He lacked the charisma that he had playing Ted Theodore Logan and the other Bill and Teds. He didn't really smile too much. He just ran around. He looked confused. Like, I really wanted to love this movie. Bill and Ted hold a special place in my heart. And I did like the movie. I just didn't love the movie. Basically, I'm blaming Keanu.
Ooh. Now those are stronger words. Well, let's take it the initial impression from a person who isn't obsessed with Bill and Ted. Nancy.
But I am obsessed with Keanu.
Oh, I'm sorry. But who is obsessed with Keanu, who apparently met Keanu like 3 times already?
I like Keanu too, okay? Point Break. Great movie. John Wick. Lots of gunshots. It's almost like Keanu has done so many roles since Bill and Ted, and he was still in like John Wick character, and it was hard for him just to like smile and be fun because he's probably coming from set in Canada somewhere, and he's just like goes from shooting guns to like playing a dude, and he's just not used to it. And it was good. He wasn't terrible. His character was supposed to be sort of an airhead.
Yeah, but you know, I get where you're coming from, but I'm still listening. I'm trying to listen to Nancy. What her impression? She just says I love Keanu, and that's about it. What kind of first impression is that? Tell us what's your first impression of Bill and Ted Face the Music.
I'm not a fan of Bill and Ted, like Jake, of watching the first one or the second one. I did try to watch the first one, but from watching this one, I feel like Keanu's heart was not in it.
You mean like he was tired, or he just didn't want to do it?
Yeah, I kind of sense like his heart just wasn't in it. He was just kind of doing it because he was doing it. I just don't feel like his emotions, his facial expressions, it wasn't like the original from what I saw from the original Bill and Ted. It was just, I don't know. I just feel like it was disappointing, kind of disappointing to see that too, because I mean, I love Keanu. That's the reason I was looking forward to watching Bill and Ted. And I just feel like he didn't have the heart in this. Back in the Bill and Ted. I don't know.
What about the rest of the movie? Minus the Keanu. What's your impression?
It was good. I mean, I think my favorite part was when they were in hell. That was like the most entertaining part. And that's when Death came in. And now I see why Death is such a big, character in this film, and, makes the film too. That was fun.
Okay.
That was my favorite part of the film.
So, because my memories of Bill and Ted, I haven't watched the third one, but my memories of Bill and Ted is just that Keanu always makes that same goofy look. Does he do that goofy look? Oh, where am I? That goofy look, like he always does in the other Bill and Ted movies.
He did, but this time he was just like older and more confused. In the first couple Bill and Teds, it was like a what? And like, he was kind of like funny and cute. And this time he was just like old and dumb.
Oh, really?
Now I'm just being mean. I'm just very disappointed.
Well, my point for Keanu is that in his earlier movies, he looked like that in most of his movies, including going into Speed. And then it wasn't until like most recently when he started doing like Matrix, then he started to like change his.
Remember when he did Speed and like the big deal was that he shaved his head?
Oh yeah, well,
I think shaved his head. Oh.
Yeah, something like that. So I think his acting repertoire has changed between now and 30 years ago, and that's probably one of the things.
That could be it. That actually could be it. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. What about Alex Winter? How did he do? Because it sounded like, Jake, you loved his performance.
He was great. Alex Winter was born for this role. This guy was awesome. He put in you could tell he slipped back into character. He wasn't wearing the belly shirt. I was a little disappointed in that, hoping to have the midriff again. But I don't know. I kind of feel like Keanu, he's got plenty of money in the bank. He doesn't really need to do this movie, but he did it because he does love his fans, and he was probably just a big favor for Alex Winter, because this is the dynamic duo of Bill and Ted. Also, times have changed. Like, heavy metal is not even popular anymore. Rock and roll is kind of out of style, and these guys are two rockers. It's like everything's changed, 30 years later. But Alex was great.
What did you like Alex Winter in this one, Nancy?
I think he did live up from his original, for sure.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the overall? So what's the overall plot on this one? Because it seems like they're just going to the future just to get, from the trailers I've seen, they're just going to the future just to get like some kind of song to heal the world or something like that.
That's right. They need to write the most epic song in order to save the world. And also their marriages are in jeopardy, so they need to save their marriages too.
Okay, but
like in the other Bill and Ted's, they travel through time. They actually, in this one, they go to the future to steal the song from themselves. Mm-hmm. But then every encounter of their other us's that they meet are evil dickheads, and they're like plotting against them. So they need to fight evil Bill and Ted and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So
that's a little entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was entertaining. I mean, it was a fun movie. I definitely liked it. I was just disappointed in Keanu's lackluster performance.
So the villains are all played by Bill and Ted.
Right. So they had some cool costumes they were dressed up at. There was old Bill and Ted. There was heavy metal rocker Bill and Ted. Well, more heavy metal rocker Bill and Ted than they already are.
What about the wives? Are they played by the same women from the previous Bill and Ted's?
No, Dave, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked, because the wives now are played by Jayma Mays from Glee, and then Erin Hayes, who's on a new show. I think it's called Medical Practice or something like that. She was on Children's Hospital, another comedy show. But the first Bill and Ted, it was Diane Franklin. Then the wives changed again in the sequel. And now they changed again. There's been a couple of complaints being like, oh, this is just typical Hollywood. But, Bill and Ted are rock stars, wild stallions. So, of course, they're going to get older and their wives are going to get younger. That's just how it goes.
Makes sense.
Okay. Fair enough. So in Bill and Ted 3, one of the big things that they were talking about is introducing two new characters, which are their daughters, which is one of them is actually played by Samara Weaving. Her character's name was Thea, and Samara Weaving is niece of Hugo Weaving from Lord of the Rings. For those people who don't, couldn't.
Oh, Gig, I didn't know that. Thank you so much for telling me that. But you know who, I think I might have looked that up, but you know who I do love? Samara Weaving, or whatever, however you say her name. Samara. She was great in that movie, Ready or Not.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
And who is the other actress? Since you
the other actress, I believe, it's Bridget Payne Lundy.
Bridget Lundy Payne, yeah.
Bridget Lundy Payne, something like that.
Yeah, she plays Billy.
Gig, she doesn't use that pronoun. Please refer to her as they, or just call her by Bridget, please.
Oh, yeah, one of those gals.
Is it really?
Don't say that either.
Oh, can't say that either?
I don't know.
Either or either?
Either.
Which one we can't say? Okay.
Let's just skip this question. Okay, we're about to get canceled over here.
You can't say he or she.
Oh, okay. Then tell me.
Edit this whole thing out.
Yeah. We're live.
Or not.
So go ahead and tell us, how did Samara and Bridget do?
Nancy, I'll let you handle this one.
They did okay.
Okay, I'll take it. I actually thought they did good. Bridget did great. I really liked her as Ted's daughter. I thought she was really good. Samara, on the other hand, she kind of just played like a ditzy younger version of Bill. Just like, she was like, whoa, duh, wow. Like, I don't know. It was kind of lame.
Honestly, it was kind of annoying.
Yeah, but then again, they were Bill and Ted's kids. I could see that if they're like
imitating
15,
him.
but I think they're playing 24-year-olds in this movie. So,
Well, personality is genetics, right? Aren't you sort of like your own parents?
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, that's what they were playing off of. I definitely think Bridget had a much better performance in the movie, though.
I agree.
I was like, wow, she's good. I mean, Bridget's good. I like her. Excellent performance.
The other girl was just like mocking Keanu's moves as Ted. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't feel like it was really her. She was just like imitating.
What about their roles in the film itself? Because they also went into the time machine to go after their fathers to help them out, right?
Mm-hmm.
They did, Gig, and they ended up in hell.
Yeah.
They actually all got killed.
Okay.
Yeah, spoiler alert, everyone dies.
So that was the sequel that we were supposed to have. and it happened in part 3 is what you're trying to say.
I don't know.
That's fine.
I don't think there's going to be a 4th or should be a 4th. That's for sure.
I don't know. I can't wait 30 years. So I think
that was the issue. The issue is that they took way too long to make another one, to bring in a 3rd.
Oh. Well, and you already mentioned before they brought in a old character from the second Bill and Ted, which is Death, who's played by
William Sadler. Great actor, prolific actor, really. The bad guy in Die Hard 2. He was in Shawshank Redemption. A lot of credits.
You got to interview him. Tell us about that.
Oh, I interviewed William Sadler. Great guy. I asked him where he got his accent from. He told me he got it from a Czechoslovakian teacher of his. He said he looked forward to stepping back in the role of Death. He really did steal the show. He was really funny in the movie.
He was funny. And
actually, the plot line is at the end of Bogus Journey, Death joined the Wild Stallions. They go on there, this huge band. They take over the world. In this one, they kick Death out of the band. Death tries to go solo and take the band name. So now he's back in hell, and he's all like upset that he's not in the band anymore. Great plot line.
How did he look? Because one of the things they have to keep consistent is Death looking the same as he was 30 years ago.
He looked exactly the same. It was great.
Really?
Yeah, he stole the show. I told him he was the best part of the movie.
Oh.
What did he say?
He was like, well, if you put it out there, of course I'm going to steal it. He said something like that.
That's Jake mocking William Sadler there. I did hear there was another character. Is it like some kind of robot that was chasing after Bill and Ted through time?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I guess that's not
Dennis.
Yes, there was an evil robot named Dennis who
That's
was
funny.
chasing Bill and Ted, and he was lasering people. And then at the end, he was really another comic relief of the movie as well, which I enjoyed his character. He made me laugh out loud several times. I don't remember what I laughed at, but I remember being like, oh, I like this guy. And then I looked him up. I'm like, oh, his name's like Anthony Carrigan or something, some guy with like alopecia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he was in American Horror Story, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I just made that up because I looked it up like 3 weeks ago. So I really don't know.
So what? So with the film like Bill and Ted Face the Music, was there actually music in this movie?
There was a new song by Weezer called, what's it called? The Beginning of the End, maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
It's a cool tune. I don't remember who else is on the soundtrack. I think it's like Lamb of God, and there's a couple metal bands, a couple rock bands. It's not my favorite soundtrack. My favorite soundtrack, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I'll take Megadeth over these Weezer any day.
Oh.
I like Weezer, so I was okay with it.
Well, I don't know. Weezer's been doing a lot of soundtrack music lately for a lot of movies.
What else have they done?
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, I'm just saying, back in the day, Bill and Ted.
For some unknown reason, like I keep on thinking Weezer did like Frozen 2 music or something like that.
Right. Well, back in the day, okay, Bill and Ted, they joke about Iron Maiden. The theme song for the sequel was Go to Hell. It was a song by Megadeth that they wrote for the movie. You know, there's Primus in the soundtrack. And now they have Weezer.
Yeah. Weezer's a popular.
Not hard at all. That's not hard and heavy, okay? That's for girls.
Nancy
So,
like.
It's a sign of the times, you know? Heavy metal is not hip anymore.
I mean, look. Would the movie be better if they had Nickelback instead?
I mean, Nickelback's not really the heavy metal either.
Not.
So what do you expect? You know.
Who would you have seen like for music?
You mean what would I would see?
No, Jake that knows about, you know.
I just want like a metal band. Like they have like, you know, Guns N' Roses write a new song. They have Slash. They have some like typical metalheads instead of just like, you know. And also there's the rapper Kid Cudi's in it. Okay, I don't know who Kid Cudi is. He was great in the movie. I can't name one of his songs.
You know who Kid Cudi is?
I have no idea who Kid Cudi. I'm like a metalhead. I'm living in 1987 over here. So I wanted to see all these 80s rockers come back, and they definitely, you know, went with the times, and they got Kid Cudi.
Mm-hmm. Wow. You're very expressive during this interview.
I'm stuck in this phone booth over here.
I know. You're inside the phone booth. I'm outside, and I don't even have a quarter to make a phone call.
Yeah.
You guys have booth dilemmas.
Right? And I haven't even. You know what's actually driving me bonkers? Is that phone booth that he's in, it's 20 cents to make a call. I have not seen 20 cents to make a call for a while.
Yeah.
In the 80s?
I think that phone booth is from the 80s.
Remember when they were a dime?
I'm not going to admit that because that would show my age. Well, anyways, so let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Okay, I feel like I've been being way too harsh, okay? This is why I'm just a little upset. Bill and Ted, they had a thing. It said BeInBillAndTed3.com or something. It's like play air guitar, rocking out to the Wild Stallions. I played air guitar. I had my dad film me like in the kitchen and then I went in the woods and I was just playing air guitar. I didn't make the cut, okay? I got an email. They said, you made the cut, but I didn't make the cut. And then I even took a day off work and I went and I did background work in the Kid Cudi music scene. And I'm sitting there, I'm rocking out. I'm like, yeah, who is this guy? And then I didn't see myself in the movie, but I love Bill and Ted that much. I wanted to be a part of it, you know, and now I am. I can put that on my IMDb. I'll be like uncredited extra Kid Cudi music scene. Yes. I did like the movie, but my only problem is with Keanu lacked the charisma. He just wasn't that enthusiastic about the role. Alex Winter was amazing. Death was amazing. The two daughters were great. The wives were great. Everyone else was great.
But Keanu dragged it down.
Except Keanu, man, and I love you, Keanu.
I loved him too, but yeah, he didn't have the heart in it. I don't think he had it. And I wasn't very happy with the girl that played the daughter. I'll be honest. I feel like she was just mocking him.
Samara Weaving.
Oh, Samara Weaving.
She was kind of the generic, just like, hey, whoa. She was like playing that part. You know, you could tell she was acting.
Yeah.
She's a young actress. She's still trying to find her footing. And plus, it's like one of the few films that she's not covered in blood and guts, from my understanding.
Right.
Because she did Ready or Not, and then she did the Babysitter, you know, all that kind of stuff. So she's really well known and doing like these horror thriller type of things. So this is a different stretch for her. Anyways, final grades. What's your guys' final grades on Bill and Ted Face the Music?
I'll let Jake.
You go first.
No.
By the way, that hair is not green screen.
Not. Figure I'll let the hair down for this one. Man. Okay, final grade. I'm going to give it a B. It was above average. It was good. Wasn't amazing. You know, it was shot well. Everything was great about it. But it's like when it comes down to Bill and Ted, Bill was amazing. Bill S. Preston Esquire, that guy should get an Oscar for this performance.
Okay. Nancy, what's your final grade?
I love Keanu. But it hurts to say. I don't know. I'm kind of between a C and a B.
So you like a B minus or a C plus?
What's that? Yeah, what is that?
I'm torn. I'm in between.
There's no letter between C and B.
Oh, I'm leaning towards a C.
A C?
Yeah.
Like just a solid C?
Like a C plus. Like I said, I'm between a C and a B.
So like a C plus?
Yeah.
Okay. So we actually have mixed feelings about it. You
have to understand that I didn't watch, you know, the first or the second. Well, a little bit of the first. Like, this is me pretty much coming as just watching the third, you know, a full third, like one of the Bill and Ted films, which is probably most people right now.
This is why she's giving it a low grade, because she didn't have an excellent adventure. She didn't go on a bogus journey. Now she's just facing the music, you know?
Yeah, so yeah, I didn't have an intro. So that's why I think my grade might not be very credited in this aspect.
And I'm a little critical too. I saw all of them. I ate the Bill and Ted's Most Excellent cereal as a kid, okay? I sent away for the prizes. I have the Nintendo game. I have the soundtracks. I have the posters. I have Bill and Ted t-shirts. Like I said, I went to
He's missing the swag that Gig is wearing right now. So now you understand why that swag is so meaningful to Jake.
And it's yellow. I can wear that when I'm like jogging at night, listening to Megadeth.
Anyways, well, we'll be sending this to Jake momentarily through a phone booth.
Thanks, Gig.
Hey, you're welcome. My grade, not graded right now because I'm the only one that haven't seen it. But my initial impression so far is I don't have strong interest in seeing it.
Why?
I don't know. It's just you know, the trailers and the stuff that I've heard. It doesn't really excite me, and I think it's because they did wait too long in one certain aspect. You know, if you're gonna do sequels, you don't do like a sequel like 30 years later or something like that. It doesn't work that way. Maybe for Star Wars, but I don't think it works for everything else. But
I think it's one of those movies now. Parents, the original fans, are going to take their kids to see the movie, and then they're going to go back and watch the first one. So now the new ones will find new life.
It's one of those debatable things, because if you're going to do something like this, do you do a sequel or do you do a remake? And I feel like this was something that should just not to do a sequel and should have just went with the remake for like for the new generation. Just go ahead and just do new characters, new music, more current music, more current stars, that kind of stuff, rather than doing a sequel that it's like the same thing of like trying to introduce I'm going to throw it out there, the Goonies right now, trying to do
I love the Goonies.
No, I love the Goonies too, but that it's been what, like 40 plus years.
It's been 30.
Okay. 30 plus years.
35.
35 years since we had the last Goonies, and I could be certain that Nancy have never seen the Goonies because Nancy is like 17 or something like that from last time I checked.
Yeah, not my generation.
Yeah, not her generation. Anyways, so we have a solid B from Jake, a C plus from Nancy, but it seems like it's still both on the recommended side. Bill and Ted Face the Music comes out this weekend, I believe, in select theaters, in drive-ins, and especially, I believe it's also on demand and video download also at the same time.
Comes out tomorrow, Friday, August 28th.
That's
Check
right.
it out. Face the Music. And remember, guys, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.
Oh, you practiced that, didn't you?
My entire life I've been practicing that gig. It's my mantra.
All right. Anyways, peace out.